Copywriting your ideas is free.
Don't be dumb, man.
But we talking about practice right now.
I've been chasing all my dreams, failing isn't meant for me. Fuck all of this foolery, this shit be my destiny. The closest ones ignore your cries, guess the sun don't always shine. Least I know I always tried, nothing happens overnight. I've been chasing all my dreams, failing isn't meant for me. Fuck all of this foolery, this shit be my destiny. The closest ones ignore your cries, guess the sun don't always shine. Least I know I always tried, nothing happens overnight.
So I want to ask you some controversial questions here and there. Let's talk about copyright first of all, because copyright is a very interesting thing when it comes to media and film and TV. So how do you go about avoiding copyright claims? Because
like for music, for example.
Yeah, for music and for ideas, especially in this country, ideas are not so seriously criticized when it comes to copyright.
Copyright ideas zangu.
For real?
Yeah. Don't be dumb, man. Copyright your ideas.
Serious?
Why?
Like so you, if you have, explain to me what that process is like.
See, kuna Kenya Copyright Board.
What do you pay? Like
it's free.
Copywriting your ideas is free. Interesting. I've learned something today. I had no idea. I can't even lie.
It's free.
So you just put a copyright on like all your works,
and you get a certificate. So it's certificate and your evidence.
That this is
my idea.
Original idea.
By you. Exactly. Protect you, as it's very important to all entertainers and artists out there. Protect yourself and your ideas.
And your intellectual works.
Yeah, and your intellectual works. If you don't, people will take advantage of you. They are not good people out here. I mean, you don't read controversies for the sake. You need to learn from them. Hollywood iko hapo ka example bana. So now how companies sometimes take advantage of people. Man, be wise.
Interesting. I've learned that I should copyright. So now everything shall be copyrighted under this whole thing. What is it like running a production company? Because technically that is what...
I would say mine is an indie production company.
What exactly... explain to me what indie
the dynamics.
means. No, what first of all, what does indie mean?
Indie means that I don't have crazy funding. I fund myself and probably some friends of mine. That is what an indie filmmaker, they support themselves. They don't have the backing of a big studio. That is what indie means.
Until you become the big studio. Yeah.
For me, naiangalia in the perspective of nataka I don't want to have like a lot of employees. Mistaki, I won't be like a production company. It will be a creative production company. I won't be focusing on like shooting like big studio stuff. I'll be focusing on the screenplays. And now use like the studio backings, you pitch the idea to them as a what's the name? Like
as a way to gain
production.
leverage.
Yeah, production. You have the idea already, you have the script, you pitch it to the studio. Yeah. That has an advantage. You kind of remain with some control to some extent. Like the script is by your company. It's not by the major blockbuster company. Yeah.
So they can't tweak it and make reruns of your work.
You can be able to have the leverage of telling them, I would like creative freedom during this production.
What about releasing films? Because releasing films is not like podcasts.
It's not like podcasting.
If I had a chance to release a podcast on a platform that would make me more money than YouTube, trust you. I mean, Rumble has not fully launched in Kenya, so we're waiting to see.
And even the audience, YouTube is the largest place. So.
As of now, we're waiting to see if any video on demand platforms can come up for us. But as of now, YouTube is the main. But for you as a filmmaker,
I usually use the old system. Depending, for example, Him and Price of Pain were my first. I released the film in the theater for 2 days due to re-release May 5th and some date in August. I don't remember when.
Mhm.
And for 2 days, and it worked out well. I got my money back and some extra profit. It worked out well. So the old studio system inakuanga, you shoot the movie, you take it to theater. Kitambo, movies used to stay in theaters up to 6 years. Sa inakaa to 3 months. So you need to get the money
quickly.
And you find that say at least like back then it used to make sense and it used to work well. Julikuwa unapata. I remember I saw Forrest Gump made like $800 million in the box office
In 3 months.
no in 6 years because nakasa. But I was like how did they make so much money? Then I figured out movies used to stay in theaters longer back then, but sahi 3 months inaondoka. And number one reason is because there are a lot of movies in production. You get in a year, like include streaming, there's like inafika 1,000 films if I'm not wrong, counting all countries. But the major ones zenye zinaenda theaters, they are like 100. And there's that competition, so unapata hizo slots zinakuwa booked. So for example, so unapata kuna wase some of their films have an exclusive nini for IMAX. So for that to be feasible, you need to, before you even start production as a company, you need to book that slot for 3 months. So for example, Nolan does that. Like anachukua window ya car 2 months, it will be in IMAX, or 4 weeks. Depends how much money you have. You also, when the movie goes into theaters, when a consumer pays to watch a movie, first inaenda kwa theater, and then inaenda kwa production company. The production company doesn't get the money upfront. No, not the production, the distribution company does not get the money upfront. And sometimes if the filmmaker is like, I want fast domestic gross, like 20%, inaenda kwa filmmaker, then kwa theater, then the distribution company. So it goes there for 3 months, and then after that, kitambo, there was Blu-ray. Even now it's still there.
But not as prominent.
Now there's streaming. Unapata there's Netflix, Warner Bros has HBO Max, Paramount has Paramount Plus, Disney has Disney Plus, and so on and so forth. So inaenda hapo. The good thing about streaming, if you are smart, before muanze production, as a producer or a filmmaker, you can be like, I would like 10% gross of the theater, the theater money. But also, when it goes to streaming or for the Blu-ray discs, depending on how many people have watched the film or how many have bought the film, the Blu-ray discs, utakuwa unapata this amount. Unapata pesa hivyo, man.
So ni muhimu you check on the financials.
People forget about entertainment. It's just a business like any other. The end goal is to get money. Sometimes, yes, we have the passion, but never forget, you need to eat. You need to buy yourself clothes. You need shelter. Don't forget about the money. Don't chase the clout, man. Meaning, I think it's very essential for people to be financially literate.
So you don't make it like a circus for you. You make sure it returns home something at the end of the day.
You're a business after all. I think we're in that era, honestly. Kitambo ungefanya circus to gain popularity, but even then, they were still charging. In the end goal, and the reason you charge your business is to ensure, for example, if you have employed people, those people have families of their own, they have needs of their own, you need to pay them. And also you need to pay yourself back.
Interesting. So in the process of showcasing films, you just happen to have done one of the biggest film showcasing events to this community that you are currently present in. Let me not mention the community. And this event happened last week, Friday, also known as the Video Village, or the first edition of the Video Village of USIU Africa. I have so many questions to ask about that, but I would like to hear your thoughts on how it went, the planning, the execution, the challenges, and any honorable mentions that came from
that. So this was possible because number one, I was being the electoral college member.
Where voice of the nation.
Bro,
Steve GAKUO, EC representative School of Comms. Where
being an EC of School of Communications, like I wanted at that time, if you remember, film club ilikuwa imededi. I wanted to bring it back because I was like, if the film club is alive, people will be able to practice whatever they want. They have the leverage to do what they want with the films, to shoot, etc., etc. It's one of the first steps to ensure engagement of the students. Najua hadi unapatiwa budget and stuff. So unapata, I wanted to bring it back. With my fellow ECs, we were able to organize what to apply for the leadership positions. We got the leaders, and from that leadership, we formed a committee. I was only in the committee because as a way of just advising them, because me namaliza, so I won't be here for long. I'm just showing them the way, but you guys are in charge. That's the basic essence. And one of the ideas was that Video Village, we wanted to do something like that. That time it wasn't called Video Village. We just wanted to screen student films to encourage people to encourage film students to make movies of their own and to show them it's actually possible and to challenge them that you can make better stories, not to make movies for the sake juu nataka So I pitched that idea to my prof. It worked out. I pitched it to the film club committee, and they were like, yeah, we should do it. We came up with a title. I had a different title, but Video Village ended up being, the best option. And we started planning. We wanted to have partners, although because of we had
logistical challenges,
we had to reschedule a lot. And eventually it ended up being a success, honestly.
That was more than a success.
Bro, I was in the marketing department.
Stop downplaying your own achievements.
Me niko na pressure, man. I had pressure. I was in the marketing department. And I remember even like the USIU TV guys were also helping me.
Shout out to USIU TV, by the way.
They were they are the guys I brought in terms of marketing and media coverage for that day. So me ngwa pressure juu. I remember I even met some random guy and he was like, bro, your marketing is shit for this event. I was like, man, okay. I don't believe, because I need to do marketing for this event. I also have things of my own personally. I have the EC responsibilities. I have school.
Jina kubwa.
Atatisha, man.
But it's true.
But yeah, it's true. So anyway, it worked. So I was like, okay, so I made the videos the way I could. The committee was able to push the nini. Were able to also help with the marketing as well. They also, because they are part of the team as well. So we did our best. We planned everything. We planned where the screening will take place. Everyone did their part. And man, Githa wase walianza kushow up, man. Mi niko.
On a very rainy Friday night.
On a very rainy Friday night, we got like 80 people.
Bro.
Mi nashtuka hadi sahi bado niko like, that was possible. It worked out. Not because I would say it's not my effort. It was a team effort. Everyone did their roles, their responsibilities, and our friends supported us, and also the department supported us. And here we are. The next day, tukikuja open day, napatana, there was some people here and they were like, Steve, do you know you guys have made history?
You did, though.
In School of Communications, it has never happened.
It has never, to be honest.
It has never, but it did happen. Not because it worked out, because we had a great team. And man, I'm proud. Hiyo siku liona nilifurahi sana.
The boy was happy. Kijana alikuwa amefurahi bana. But anyways, Video Village ended up being quite an experience.
It ended up being quite an experience. For those who don't know what Video Village is,
First of all, you missed out. You missed out on a history-making moment. Let's start there.
Yeah, man. Video Village is an idea by the Film and Animation Club, whereby students will be, film students to be specific, will be submitting their films, and the top 5 will be chosen and they'll be screened, and the film and animation students who are able to pass that process will be appreciated. And that's what we did. And people showed up in numbers and they're like, this is stuff we do. This is crazy, man.
Yeah.
And congratulations to those who submitted their films and were shortlisted. Congratulations. Yeah.
It was actually a really big challenge for me because I was there looking at people's works and I was like, have I been producing films just for grades? Because I remember when the committee was formed, since I'm in close contact with you, I had a chance to, get some of the updates when the link was opened. I went on my PC and I was like, let me see what I've been doing since I became a student of film. So I look at my works like this. I'm like, there's nothing is screaming me. Everything is like, this one you did so that this unit ends. This one you did because there was a rush to finish this. So now I've gotten to the point where I decided maybe it's time for me to actually do like a serious production, like shoot an actual serious movie, because it's not that I don't know how to do it. It's that I've been fooling around instead of, as Mutua said, I've been downplaying what I can actually do, which is, it's been on the top of my mind for a solid minute now. Because I'm like, even me, I'm about to finish and I haven't done anything that I can say, this is my work. You see, I've shown up on a few films for a few prominent names in the school setup, but I haven't done anything of my own, and it's been at the top of my head, just screaming to, what have you done? What have you done? And Video Village actually gave me a lot of exposure, because I got to see how different people push their ideas differently. Right. Different people shoot differently. Different people tell stories differently. And you're filled in a room with creative minds, and like the energy alone, just being there, just sitting, watching was amazing, man. The work you guys did, salute to all of you.
Yeah. So that's how it worked out. Yeah, I was proud, and I hope they shall remain consistent. Now, I am currently working on the next big thing now. I'm trying to bring a film festival. I'll bring in the same team and add some few more people, because now our festival is like 4 times bigger.
Tell the boys to get ready. Tell the boys to get ready.
Man, get ready. It's about to be. It's
crazy. There's about to be some crazy work that's gonna happen.
Yep. And that is what I'm going to focus on now. I didn't graduate.
Sawa. I think to that point we can close it off there for today, because I still have a lot. I've been just note taking, and if we continue, we'll get to 3 hours, because there's a lot of things. I'm yet to talk about your acting experiences like Jackie Chan and Indiana Jones and James Bond, and how you got to find out about them and how they shaped you, your creative process. But this is the first of many. Relax, my brother. There's time. There's time.
But anyway, to close it off, my favorite filmmakers are Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, Quentin Tarantino, Sergio Leone, Denis Villeneuve, Zack Snyder, James Cameron, nani mwingine. those are the few I can't remember
for now. Nikikupea 10 minutes utoke urudi utakuja na list ingine wazee.
Because sure there are like 20 of them say unacheza.
What about directors and producers?
Those are the directors. They are all directors and producers. David Fincher. Who else? Man, mbona nasahau? Cecil DeMille. There are so many. Stanley Kubrick. I also like George Lucas. I also like Clint Eastwood. Anyway, say Lord of the Rings, Return of the King is still my favorite film.
Up to today?
Hey man, that movie is crazy.
Me, the movie that I can say. Okay, I can say my what do I call it? My idea towards storytelling will lean more towards psychological thrillers like The Matrix. Because the first time I watched that movie, I was in class, was it 5 or 6? And I didn't understand it, and it bothered me. Like, I was like, I know how the story goes, but I don't understand
what it is.
Until I actually go. Because the thing with the way I like to tell stories, I don't like to tell stories in a way that's linearity, this to this to this to this. I like subtext in a story. I like the story is going this way, but there's a story below the story. If you don't get it, forget about it. So, I mean, let me see what I can pull up in.
Me nitakuwa very diverse. I would say my career will be like, I hope it will be like Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg. Naweza fanya psychological thriller. I can go into war movies. I can go to sci-fi. I can do a historical epic. That's how I'll play. I'll be exploring everything.
So just one last thing before we go home. One last thing. We are now in the age of AI. You've realized that a whole new podcast can appear from this question alone. But we are now in the age of AI, right? Yeah. And video generation has made things a lot simpler, especially when it comes to doing things like war movies or generating characters from the past. Are you playing around with tools like Akina VO2, VO3?
No, actually. I haven't started. I figure out like it makes you lazy. Me, I would say I'll be using AI as a tool. Me naona nitakuwa naitumia probably in VFX and CGI. Apart from that, at video generation, man chukua camera
and we shoot. But how come CGI is becoming worse?
Because they are using Unreal Engine. It's not because at the Kitambo, the way they used to do VFX, Unreal Engine wasn't a thing. Unreal Engine was created specifically for video games. And if you see CGI these days, inaenda kuka video games. And it's because they're using that. And if they change the process, Kitambo, there was an element of practical effects and VFX at the same time. And ulikuwa unapata on set, they would actually shoot the practical stuff for that scene that would have like, if it's an alien stuff or some crazy stunts, they would do it practically. Kazi ya VFX ilikuwa inakuja to clean up, to make it more realistic. That is the work of VFX. But now, people are just like, nah, we'll do it in post. That's not a great idea.
So we've become lazy. That's what you're saying.
We've become lazy. That's what's happening. I know VFX is making work easier, but if you think about it, it's much more expensive.
Man, I miss the days of Transformers CGI, bro. Guy. Like if we could find a way to get back to that level of CGI.
Me naweza sema the goats when it comes to VFX. Of course, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, they are the guys who pioneered. They made it what it is today. And also, not like the actual pioneers, but walifanya much more memorable and they advanced the technology. And also James Cameron. Christopher Nolan is the goat when it comes to making it seamless. Like hauwezi notice iko hapo. Zack Snyder, Buddha. Man, that guy. Bro,
sometimes you need to.
Do you know I was watching Man of Steel, man? The first time I watched that thing, ilikuwa inakaa anime. Alafu nikidhani that's his best movie. nikiwa first year I found Watchmen. I watched Watchmen, the director's cut. It's 4 hours. Buddha, the VFX. Like, man, venye unaona Dr. Manhattan anakaa. And the fact that they shot that on film is crazy. It's nuts. The way Rorschach, the mask was moving, that black stuff was moving in his face. Hey, man, they did some brilliant job.
So, man, thank you very much for pulling up to the studio today.
Thank you.
If we continue like this, we will not get out of here. So let us just close it off at that point. So for this version, this is a first of many that Steve GAKUO will be here to explain to us the importance of film, the business of film, his creative process, all that he's done. I'll bring him on when he's ready and fresh to explain to you how traumatized Video Village made him. But he was a happy man at the end of it all. And there's not a lot of complaining going on. So from my end as Anthony Minor, I'd like to shout out Steve GAKUO as well as the USIU TV team in general for the good work that they did for the Video Village. Hoping for much more, hoping to see you on the next one. Hoping for that festival now. That one, bro, that one we're about to go crazy.
That would go crazy. I'm also shooting another film as well.
For the festival or?
It's my own thing, but probably until I submit. This is my most ambitious yet.
So we should stay tuned for something.
You'll see stuff Kenya's never done before. That's all I can say.
Mambo imechemka. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. Subscribe, like and share, and we'll see you guys on the next one.